I'm Daniel Morrison, and I renovated a very old house on Pine Avenue with a friend.
My name's Ken Freestone. I live up in Holland Heights on 8th Street and in a home that's about 50 years old.
My name's Andrew Reynolds. I'm a Holland resident and I also work for the Holland Board of Public Works. I live on the west side on Heather Drive. We moved into a 50-year-old house July of 2020, and I'd been familiar with the Home Energy Retrofit program before we moved in, so I actually scheduled the audit for the week we got possession of the house. So before the boxes were even unpacked, I was walking through the house with WMGB looking at all the things that we could do to improve the house for efficiency.
We looked at the program to see how we could take the things that we already needed to do and do them properly and more cost effectively.
The contractor actually asked me, what problems do you have in the house? If there's something in particular, they want to make sure they address that and they don't miss something. So for us, it was icicles building up and also air leakage sitting in certain rooms, and you can just feel breezes coming through the room. We walked through and looked at what kind of insulation we had, and really we had the same insulation that was in there from 50 years ago.
We knew we needed a complete remodel of the house. It was a complete gut job, so we needed some insulation, more than none. And we also needed some replacement windows, new HVAC.
There were a lot of recommendations, kind of spanned every floor. So in the basement, there were a lot of old windows. There was no rim joist insulation. Upstairs, there was a 25-year-old air conditioner. Some of the other appliances were old. And then up in the attic, there was insulation, but not up to probably the recommended amount.
The people we talked to were good at talking about what was of high value versus not worth it. We had some windows that had been replaced and could be replaced again, but it wasn't worth the cost, and it didn't really seem to add to the overall comfort of the house. But it was nice to talk to experts that actually could give us advice on that.
We upgraded our furnace and our air conditioner. We had done new windows about 8 years ago, so we had those already in place. Lots of insulation in places that we just didn't think we needed it, especially starting in the basement, and then worked our way up to the attic and really super sealed our attic.
The air conditioner was probably the most expensive single thing we did, but we ended up doing probably a total of 7 or 8 different measures. The time we were doing it, there was a 20% grant available through the Home Energy Retrofit program, so we were able to capitalize on that. There were also good SEMCO rebates at the time for the insulation measures that we did, and BPW rebates for the new appliances that we did. And so that left about $8,000, I think, total after those incentives. And then of that, we only put $1,000 down and put the rest through on-bill financing. Feels practically kind of like a car loan. So we did it for 5 years, but you can do it for much longer if you choose. So we just financed the amount that was left, and so it just puts it on our BPW electric and water bill every month. We just see a line item that says, on-bill loan, and that's really all we have to do, and then it's just part of our monthly BPW payment now.
It really wasn't that hard of a process. As long as you have your utility bills, you can verify your home ownership and your taxes. There's really not too much to it.
One of the nice things coming out of the on-bill and the Home Energy Retrofit program was we got an end of the project audit that kind of told us how our house benchmarked against other houses in the area. I had good experiences both with city staff and the contractors who implement this program for the city. So Dan Broersma with the City of Holland is a great person to talk to. He knows all the ins and outs of the program and also knows all the contractors who implement it.
A lot of these things are things you're going to be doing in your house anyway, but if you can stage it properly and work with the contractors in the city to do that, you can get a really good benefit.